Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Triple H is set to become a two-time WWE Hall of Famer this year. His wife and colleagues surprised him with the induction announcement, and fans immediately criticized him. However, praise and congratulatory messages also came in abundance, and now Jim Ross is weighing in with his unique perspective. World Wrestling Entertainment's chief content officer was previously inducted into the Hall of Fame as part of the 2019 class, along with the rest of D-Generation X. Triple H will now be honored on his own during WrestleMania 41 weekend as the headliner of the 2025 class. Stephanie McMahon, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker recently surprised him with the news at the company HQ. Jim Ross spent many years working with Triple H in WWE, both behind the scenes and on-screen. The commentator has praised the 14-time world champion, declaring the King of Kings as one with a great wrestling mind. On his Grilling Jr. podcast, Ross congratulated Triple H on his upcoming induction and had a few words for the critics who have spoken out against the honor. Congratulations to Triple H for being inducted, or gonna be inducted soon. Anybody that says he's not deserving, the only reason he's in is because of who he married is such bull's tea. It's weak. If you're saying that, stop. Stop embarrassing yourself. The son of a BH was the top heel in one of the hottest eras in WWE history, and now he's the quarterback, the head coach of that same team that's setting records, Jim Ross said. He also revealed a recent text message exchange between the two. "Give me a break. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself by showing your ignorance. Don't do that. I'm happy for him. I sent him a text the other day, congratulating him, and believe it or not, it was the day after the Rumble. He texted me back. He doesn't forget those that have helped him along the way and those that he respects, and he's doing a great job," Jim Ross said. H/D Fightful. Good Old Jr. has contributed to Triple H's advancement in WWE. At a time when the latter was billing himself as the Game, Ross coined another one of his popular nicknames, the Cerebral Assassin. Triple H comments on WWE Hall of Fame induction. Triple H was legitimately caught off guard when surprised by the news of his 2025 Hall of Fame induction. The chief content officer took to X to respond to Shawn Michaels' video and shared a big thank you post with the WWE Universe. "Been trying to come up with a way to say thank you for the immense honor announced yesterday. I have had the incredible pleasure of a 30-plus year of creating memories and moments. Meeting lifelong friends, which I'm rethinking both at Undertaker and at Shawn Michaels right now, and of course, the most incredible wife and mother at Steph McMahon, and the opportunity to entertain the best fans in the world. Thank you to everyone who has reached out. I appreciate the kind words and well wishes," Triple H wrote. The 2025 WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony will take place on Friday, April 18th, at T-Mobile Arena near Las Vegas. The special will stream live at 10 p.m. ET on Peacock in the United States and Netflix internationally, right after the final SmackDown before WrestleMania 41. Jim Ross has never been one to mince words, and he certainly didn't hold back when addressing the recent wave of criticism aimed at Triple H's handling of the WWE Hall of Fame. The legendary announcer, known for his straight-shooting style, took to his podcast Grilling Jr. to air his thoughts on the controversy that has fans, wrestling veterans, and insiders buzzing. The backlash against Triple H's Hall of Fame decisions. Ever since taking over as WWE's chief content officer, Triple H has been lauded for his creative vision. However, his approach to the Hall of Fame has been met with mixed reactions. Some believe that certain deserving legends have been snubbed, while others argue that the selection process has become overly political. Recent reports suggest that several high-profile former WWE stars, including Demolition, Lex Luger, and even Jim Cornette, have been left off the list despite their contributions to the industry. This omission has fueled speculation that personal grudges and backstage politics are at play. The most vocal criticism came from former WWE writer Vince Russo and a few outspoken wrestling veterans who believe Triple H is reshaping the Hall of Fame in his image. Russo, never one to shy away from controversy, outright accused Triple H of rewriting history and rewarding only those who fit his narrative of what WWE should be. Jim Ross fires back. Jim Ross, who has witnessed decades of WWE history from behind the commentary desk and in talent relations, didn't take kindly to the criticism. On his podcast, he directly addressed those slamming Triple H's decisions. "Look, I get it. People have opinions, and they should. But at some point, you gotta take a step back and ask yourself, are you really mad at the process, or are you just bitter? Ross said. "This business isn't about who screams the loudest on social media. It's about what's best for the legacy of professional wrestling." Ross continued, specifically calling out Russo and others who have questioned Triple H's motives. "Triple H isn't perfect, hell, nobody is, but what he's done for WWE over the last 2 years speaks for itself. And for these guys to sit there and throw stones from the cheap seats, when they haven't booked a meaningful show in decades, it's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourselves." A Hall of Fame problem or just the nature of the business? The WWE Hall of Fame has always been a controversial subject. Unlike traditional sports halls of fame, WWE's version is entirely at the discretion of management. That means decisions are often influenced by business interests, personal relationships, and even legal matters. Jim Ross acknowledged this reality but argued that Triple H is making moves to ensure the Hall of Fame remains a prestigious institution. "Here's the truth, wrestling isn't a democracy. It never has been. If it were, we'd have 100 guys in there that most fans wouldn't even remember. It's about impact. It's about history. And if you think Triple H is out here making personal vendettas part of his decision-making, you're not paying attention," Ross stated. He also pointed out that there are still many years ahead and that some of the snub names may still get their moment in the sun. "People forget that this thing isn't going away next year. Just because someone's not in today doesn't mean they won't be in tomorrow. Look at guys like Bruno Sammartino and Randy Savage. It took them years to get in, but when they did, it was meaningful." Triple H's response to the criticism. While Triple H hasn't addressed the Hall of Fame controversy head-on, sources within WWE claim he's aware of the backlash. A close associate reportedly told Fightful Select that Triple H is focused on making the Hall of Fame an institution that truly reflects the best of professional wrestling, not just WWE. In a recent interview, Triple H made a comment that some believe was a subtle response to the critics. "The Hall of Fame should be about legacy, respect, and the moments that define this business. That's my focus," he said when asked about future inductions. Who should be in the Hall of Fame? The conversation naturally turns to who deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame. Some of the biggest omissions include Lex Luger, a former WCW and WWE champion whose health struggles have made his induction a sentimental favorite among fans. Demolition, one of WWE's most dominant tag teams, but their legal disputes with WWE have complicated matters. Jim Cornette, a brilliant manager and booker, but his outspoken nature has likely kept him on the outside looking in. Victoria, a former women's champion who helped pave the way for today's women's wrestling evolution. Jim Ross believes that many of these stars will eventually get their moment, but he also urged fans to understand that the selection process is about more than just talent. "I see fans getting heated about who's in and who's out. I get it. But here's my advice, take a deep breath. WWE doesn't owe anyone a Hall of Fame induction. It's an honor, not a right." The bigger picture. At the end of the day, Jim Ross believes that Triple H is doing what he feels is best for the Hall of Fame, even if not everyone agrees. Hunter's not perfect, but he's trying to do the right thing. And if the biggest complaint people have is why isn't so-and-so in yet? Then we're doing okay, Ross concluded. With WrestleMania season approaching, fans will soon find out who makes the cut for the next Hall of Fame class. Until then, the debate will rage on, but if you ask Jim Ross, some critics might want to rethink their approach. Instead of whining about it on Twitter, maybe go back and appreciate what these legends did in the ring. That's what the Hall of Fame is about.